Today I'm making pickled eggs. I've got a recipe in my mind that I want to try out. It's the first time that I've ever done this, so step by step through the process and we'll see how it turns out. This is Urban Sentinel. Let's get into it. Alright, so here's what I've got. This will be the pot that I will hard boil the eggs in. This saucepan here is going to be for the brine. This is the final container. It's a 1 gallon jar. I'll be using these spices: dill, celery salt, and paprika, along with a chopped up red onion. I'm using these canned beets, already sliced and cut up, and I'll be using the actual juice from the beets in for the brine, and then 2 dozen eggs that I have to hard boil. Alright, so I'm going to put the eggs in first, layer them down, and then I will add in the water, pinch of salt, and then set it to boil. Hard-boiled eggs, you should have them boiling or rolling boil for at least 10 minutes. So overall, from the time it starts to the time you pull it off, it'll be about 12 to maybe 15 minutes total time. Don't worry, we're not going to be recording for the entire time period of that. Oh, got a break. Alright, so we're down 1. That's good. Alright, so just that one. Alright, so now we're going to take the eggs, fill it up with water, set it back on the stove top, set it to boil. Alright, eggs are in the pot. It's 12:03. We're going to move on to the next steps while these get ready to boil. Now, I did also forget to mention that you also need to have vinegar, white vinegar, so I've got that as well. So, then I get the red onion going first. Now I'm just slicing it in these little quarter moon sizes. I'm not going to dice them. I want to keep them relatively large, so I'm taking off the smaller ends. And I'll put these in layer by layer with the eggs once they're peeled and everything going in. Now, got the red onions, slide those off to the side. I'm looking to try to make a spicier, but not too spicy, almost a deviled egg kind of flavor to it, but I'm going to try to balance it out so the overall acidity of the vinegar gets mellowed out and there's a little bit of tang to it as well. So I got some celery salt. I'm going to be doing roughly 1 tablespoon celery salt. Just putting this into the bowl because I'm going to mix the spices together, kind of shake it up. Dill. Going to be 1 tablespoon of that. And on the celery salt, I think I said tablespoon, I meant teaspoon. If I said teaspoon, then good to go. Put 1 tablespoon of the dill. Put that in there. And then the paprika. I'm going to do a little bit more of that. So I got about 1 tablespoon here, and give it a little extra. Toss that in. Oh, calamity. And for just a little bit of extra flavor, some dry pepper, red chili flakes. I'm going to do a teaspoon of that. Maybe a little bit more. Give it a little blend. When I add it in, I'll probably either just tip the bowl or just chef's kiss it in as I put the layers of the hard-boiled eggs in. Layering that in with the chopped up sliced onions. Alright, not quite at a boil. That's 12:14, 12:15. Alright, so now I'm going to open up the 2 cans of sliced beets. And what I'm going to do is pour the liquid directly into the saucepan that I'm going to be using. And after I add the beet juice in, I'll also add the vinegar in and a little bit of water, and then I'll set that to the side and have that simmer while the eggs finish up and I get ready to take care of the next step. Alright, so the eggs are boiled. What I'm going to do is running them under the cold water, letting out the hot water, just pour over as I go along. A lot of steam coming out. And I'm going to have them sit under this cold water running, and I'm going to slowly tip it out again, let it fill up a little bit more. You can use ice to fill the sink up, but I don't have enough ice to do that, so I'm using the cold water, rinsing it once, twice, 3 times, and that'll do the job for that. Alright, so the eggs are sitting in some cold water. I need some cold tap water, put that in. It's going to be about 2 cups worth. And I pour that into the beet juice, get that mixed in, and then I add the vinegar. And the vinegar helps with the fermentation process. 2 cups, go for 4 cups. Now, next thing I'll do is I'll put that onto the burner, set it at a very low simmer, and then I'm going to start peeling the eggs and getting them ready to move into the jar. It's hard to see, but I did add 1 tablespoon of white sugar in with the seasonings just to give it a tiny little bit of sweetness along with the spice. Lost another egg, so I'm actually at 22 eggs. I was peeling one, my right hand said, "Oh look, you peeled the entire shell off in one go." My left hand said, "Oh, I want to hold," and then straight down into the drain the other egg went. It happens. Still peeling, got less than a dozen left to go. Alright, so I finished getting the eggs in there with the beets and the onions and the seasonings, and what I did was I basically layered them in. Beets at the bottom, then eggs, a little seasoning, some onions, and kept repeating. 22 eggs brings it up to just about here with all of the beets and everything else, and now I just have to pour in the actual brine and begin filling it up. Alright, now the brine in this saucepan is kind of full, and I know it's going to make a mess, so I'm trying to minimize it. This is just a paper plate I got set up to act as a funnel. I'll probably lose some of this brine when I pour, but the majority of it should get in there. Alright, now I just take the cap, put that on, and give it a little roll over, disperse the seasonings, get it well mixed. Alright, and that is it. I do have some of the dill. It seems to be floating towards the top. Others are mixed in around there. Maybe it'll settle after a little while. Next is to put it in the refrigerator for the next, I'm going to give it 4 to 5 days, and then I'll open it up and see how it goes. Alright, so it's in the fridge, and what I'll do is it's Wednesday now. I'll check in on it Sunday in the evening, do a taste test, see how it goes. Alright, it's been 5 days, it's Sunday, and I'm going to crack this open and we'll see how it goes. Now initially a lot of the dill had settled on the top up here, but it seems to have mixed in and blended in well enough. It smells pretty much just like beets, not much else. A little bit of a egg smell, but not much. Alright, let's get one out. I'm going to use these tongs, put on a paper plate. There's a pickled onion. Grab, there we go. Alright, let's move this. Ah. All right. Gonna take a bite. It's definitely got a tang to it. I'm not tasting as much spice as I would like to, but I don't think I put enough of the paprika in. I can taste it. It's subtle, and I'm getting the tang of the vinegar with a little bit of the extra spice on the back end. It's not tart. It's not sour. It's just right there. All right, one of the pickled onions. That's not bad. I'm going to try to find a beet. Oop, got one. Now the beet should literally effectively just taste like a beet, nothing more. Alright, I was wrong on that one. It's still sweet, it's still got that beet flavor, but I can taste more of the spices in the beet. It's like the beet took most of the spice compared to the actual egg. Well, for the process that it took, I'd say overall, I give this an honest 8.5 out of 10. I wanted more spice in it, but that's on me for not adding a larger amount, but I wasn't sure how it would work through the entire process. So I know a little more spice than what I did, maybe another tablespoonful of the paprika, and then that should bring out more of the flavor. But overall, the egg itself, perfectly fine. I like that. The pickled onion and the beets, I was surprised with the additional flavor of the spices in the beets. So now I also know that when I do add more spice in, the beets are going to also retain more of that spice as well. So that was my attempt at making a pickled egg recipe. Effectively speaking, that container, as long as it stays in the refrigerator, it will last roughly about 8 weeks, but the vinegar will continue to soften the yolk on the inside, making it a little more mushy and gummy as it goes along. But reasonably speaking, you can keep it in your fridge definitely for a good solid month before you have any problems. And there's 21 eggs left, so even if I'm popping them down one a day, they're going to be gone in less than 30 days anyway. Well, that's it for this one. I'll catch you in the next one.